passive investors can now actually run their own check cashing business with an automated kiosk. It's similar to an ATM with a much lower investment than traditional retail check cashing outlet would cost you. How much can you make, and how much does it cost to get set up today on Franchise City? So we uploaded a video a while back that covered the many challenges of owning a traditional retail check cashing business. I'll put the link at the end of this video, but in a nutshell, the main issues that we're looking at are increasing financial regulations, making it almost impossible to get licensed in this industry, problems with banks de-risking, as it's called. They're charging usurious rates if they take you on as a client at all, fraud, which can be a very costly problem, and a very high initial investment for opening a retail store. Many check cashing business owners over the past decade have chosen to get out of the industry, sell their business, and exit entirely. Now, despite all these issues, there is still a significant market for check cashing. According to the most recent Federal Reserve report, 22% of all Americans are either unbanked or underbanked and use alternative financial services. Check cashing has increased 3.3% since 2017, and check cashing transactions reached $58 billion. So there's definitely a demand, but historically the industry has been problematic to enter. Now, a solution that eliminates the problems that are typically related to the check cashing industry is a check cashing kiosk. So these machines allow owners to benefit from this check cashing demand, but eliminate many of the issues that are inherent in the industry. Now, one of our associates here at Franchise City, he has owned a group of these machines over several years. He's been very happy, so I figured we would roll this out to the channel. So problem number one that this machine solves is the problems with licensing and regulation. As an independent, you need to apply for all of the licensing that's required. Now, in certain states, this can take up to a year, can cost tens of thousands of dollars, and also involves potentially million-dollar surety bonds. Now, there are anti-money laundering protocols, SARS, or suspicious activity reporting, all of these things that are required. You need to pay for employees, you need to open a store. It can be very complicated and costly. Now, with these check cashing machines, all of the compliance is taken care of by head office. They already have all the licensing in place, and that's covered under the umbrella of corporate. You simply provide cash to buy the machine. The company takes care of everything else. Now, problem number two historically has been fraud. And as an independent check cashing business, you've got to cover all the fraudulent checks that come into your location. And with very slim margins, a few bad checks can eat away at your profits. Now, with these kiosks, the company takes the hit on any fraudulent checks that make it through your machine. So the company's been doing this since the 90s. Their automated check detection systems become very good at detecting any bad checks, so you, the owner, don't need to worry about those costs. If a bad check comes through the machine, company sends you the money back. And problem number three historically has been location. So if you open a retail store in a bad location, you're usually tied into a long lease that you can't get out of without significant penalty. So it's quite costly to move. Now, with the kiosks, the company places the machine for you, and they have actually many national accounts in place. I'll put a few of those up on the screen. But if a location proves to not be lucrative or stops being lucrative, they simply move it. Now, the company guarantees the investor a minimum monthly revenue of about $1,000 per kiosk, regardless of the performance of the machine over the span of the contract. Now, these kiosks are also eligible for the Section 179 tax deduction, some of you might be familiar with, which can result in quite a significant tax break on the purchase of the machines. Now, you can view the activity, what's happening in these machines, how many checks are going through and when, from anywhere in the world. You don't need to live near the machines. They can be placed anywhere in the USA, and the company is going to manage them for you. Minimum investment for 3 machines is $105,000 total investment. You can learn more by clicking the link above. Owning a Bitcoin ATM business, I'll put information down below, and a traditional ATM business, is that still good? I'll place that right in front here Thanks for watching.